Got another episode today. WNBA Draft going on right now. UFC fights were insane this past weekend. And then the Masters. Scottie Scheffler. Boy, look good. All that and more right here on Son of a Gun.
Rest in peace to my grandma, yeah, she raised the dawn. Yeah, and shout out to my mom, I'm a son of a gun.
Hey, welcome to the show, man. Welcome back for another episode. This is a very special episode. Episode number 10. I'm joined, as always, I'm joined by my guy, Big Mike, back in the studio, ready to get after it.
Good evening.
I'm ready to get it, man.
Let's go. Number 10.
Let's get right into it.
All right.
Scottie Scheffler, number one player in the world,
Right.
goes out and wins the Masters in Augusta. Dude's nasty. He's got the weirdest swing. That little back foot jumps off, but it is consistent, man. So congrats to Scottie Scheffler, man.
Hey, congratulations. And, he was an odds-on favorite. So, and now he's got his second jacket and expecting a child this week. So, he had a lot to play for. He was motivated.
Yeah.
Way to go, Scottie.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Hey, I saw where he said, hey, if the baby comes, I'll knock myself out of the tournament. And I was like, yeah, I feel like that's the right thing to do.
It's at least the right thing to say.
Right. Nice. And so we'll never know what he really would have done. But some people are saying they don't like him being number one. There's no controversy around him. There's no drama. Right. He gets to the course. He doesn't talk a lot. He hits the balls where they're supposed to go, makes putts. And, fans like to see drama.
So I remember another youngster back in the day who didn't necessarily have a lot of drama when he first started out, and it was kind of the same way. And even the media felt some kind of way about it, but it is what it is. The guy is motivated. He's out there for a purpose, for a reason. He don't need no stinking LIV. He's doing it on the PGA.
I saw where they said that boy Roy McIlroy, he's about to go over to live for $850 million and stakes in the company.
They keep throwing it at him. It's going to be hard to not do it. It's hard not to do it.
I can say no to $850 million once in one of my 100 lifetimes. But twice in the same lifetime, no chance. There's no way. Eventually, what do they always say? Money talks. So
integrity has to jump in there somewhere. Somewhere you got to have some character. You got to have some ethics, some morals, some discipline. You got to have some restraint. I know you young guys don't know. You got to have some restraint. Just this right here is working. Keep at it. You're world number one right now. You don't need all of that. Even Rory can get back to where he is. Does he really need $850 million? So he's already in pretty good shape. As far as money is concerned, he's still world ranked. He still has won some majors. He still has plenty to play for where he is. $850 million? That's just greed.
Sure is. I can't think of anyone who was ever offered $850 million needs it, but they want it and they'll take it so that their kids, godchildren are chilling on the beach somewhere when they're born. I mean, I think it'd be incredible if he does go because, when they first had the little PGA versus Live situation, he was kind of the spokesman saying, hey, these other guys going over here, that's bad, no integrity. We can't have that in the game, blase, blase. So for now, if he goes over there and takes the money.
I don't see him backstepping that way. I don't see it happening, but I'll be surprised if he does do that. I look at him and Justin Thomas, and then Tiger. Those three, I think, are pretty steadfast with the PGA.
I understand why Tiger wouldn't go, because I don't think he has any more winning Masters golf in him. I think those days are behind him. I just think he's had too many surgeries. What did he do this weekend? Shot 16 over. Right at the first 2 days, he was on par, right around par, one under, and then that third day, man.
So I think we all, we had people we thought would win, and we had some people we hoped would win. But I believe that Tiger's main mission was to make the cut.
To set that record?
To set the record. Because he knows his body's not quite ready for the Masters in that pressure, probably for any other 72-hole tournament. Mm-hmm. But this was an opportunity for him to set yet another record. And so I think he got all tuned up, got his body as ready as it could be for those 36 holes to make the cut.
And what was the record? 25 cuts in a row?
25 cuts in a row at the Masters. Unheard of. And so, And,
he broke his own record.
So
nice.
So I think that was his main goal for the Masters this week. And so, because even on Sunday, when he was going on number 18, he was teeing off on number 18. Did you see the crowds that were out there? Insane. It's just crazy. I don't know how many people I would have sent to the hospital had that been me.
He did knock somebody out. You saw that? He caught somebody slipping down one of the fairways. He did knock somebody out. But, I mean, that just goes to show he still has that star power.
Right.
I mean, it's like
That's
everyone's
right.
like,
right.
If anyone could do it, if anyone could do, been what he's been through, could come back and win a Masters, it's Tiger Woods. So everyone still wants to see it.
Exactly. And he changed the game. Mm-hmm. He got youngsters into it. He actually got athletes playing the game now. So that was the main thing. And so he's a game changer, and he's always going to be there. Can't take that away from him. And so maybe now we just, relax and get to roll on out and wait till we get to play on the senior tour, and then he'll be back to winning.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah. I mean, think about the crowds he would draw over at Live. That's why they try to give him 1.5 bills, because they said we need those kind of crowds over here at Live to really jumpstart the program. But we'll see what happens with that.
Right.
So shout out Scottie Scheffler.
Yep.
The other day I went to the golf range and some dude saw me, and the first thing he said to me, verbatim, "Are you Tony Finau's brother?" I said, "Get away from me, sir." What are we talking about, man?
So
that's crazy.
Yeah, but you know what? He was my kind of my dark horse to win the Masters. So I liked him at the beginning of the week. So
yeah, I really like his swing, a little short back swing, but he can still throw the ball out there. So
yeah,
big Tony Finau fans. Not his brother, if anyone was wondering. No relation. Never met the man.
Not yet.
No. But one day, if I learn how to putt. Maybe we'll get up there. But jumping sports here real fast. Let's get right into it. If anyone's been watching baseball, I know now they got all the streaming rights and stuff is so weird that it's hard to really watch all the games. But the umpires, man, the balls and strikes, I don't think it's getting ridiculous, but I think a lot more people are paying attention to it. And it looks bad for the MLB umpires right now. It looks bad.
So, yeah, I've been hearing a lot of calls that maybe we should have automated. I don't really want to, So let me say this, and I know where our time is, and so I think that in this country we are kind of divided at times, and especially about politics. And so we won't talk about politics because y'all are, and I'm not even going to say politicians are slimy because y'all already know that. The only thing slimier are snakes coming out of their shells and, lawyers. But
snakes
the other thing,
they
come out of they shed their skin.
Okay, there you go.
So, but the other thing that America is passionate about is sports. It doesn't matter. So we are together with our passion for sports. You like your team, I like my team, we like this team, we like that team. I hate some teams, and you know who you are. And so sometimes it's just that way. But what we do agree on in sports, and our passion is there, is that the referees are no good.
Garbage.
Every sport, it doesn't matter, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, it doesn't matter. The referees are bad. But that is the one thing that I like about the sports, is that it still contains the human element. Yes, they have Des Bryant caught the ball. He caught the ball. It's a touchdown.
Facts.
So we all have those, but we all have those stories regardless of our team and our sports.
Interference on the Rams, crazy, like stuff like that.
So we all agree that in passionate with sports that we do not like the referees. But going to an automated system is not the way. Right now, none of us in baseball that like baseball like Angel Hernandez. But I got to tell you what. These young guys know that they have made it to the big leagues when they've been angeled. Because you're there when you've been angeled.
When they've been angeled Hernandez.
When they've been angeled.
Jeez.
And so you are in the big leagues now. And so, I know it's kind of old school because they used to set a strike zone and then they would just stick with it wherever it was and everybody could agree to that. But some of these calls that Angel is making, good Lord, I wonder how he still has a job. But I can
tell you.
What's that?
So the umpires union, right? So you know how the pay scale for the players has tremendously gone up, whatever. Umpires were like, we'll stay where we're at, but you can't fire us. And so their pay hasn't gone up, but the MLB, they can't fire them unless they do something atrocious. And every time I've seen Angel Hernandez back there, he's done something atrocious. These balls and strike calls are not even close. Right. It is mind-blowing to me, and he keeps doing it. I think anyone who watches baseball thinks he needs to go ahead and get out of there. Sure. We've had enough with it. It's absolutely ridiculous. But at the end of the day, I'd rather have Angel Hernandez than a robo ump.
Yes. No automation. Keep the humans in. We all agree that Angel, and this is where we all stand together, united with the states against Angel Hernandez. He's got to go. But we need to keep him. It used to be the umpires, once they became a major league umpire, they were there like Supreme Court justices. They weren't going anywhere until they died. So, now that you've been angeled, welcome to the major leagues.
And we'll be right back, man. Oh, I love that. Boom, steroids. Hey, start of the MLB season. One big controversy that's always been there for baseball is steroid use. Me personally, I've had times where I've been in the gym heavy, working really hard. The fact that no one has ever accused me of being on steroids is honestly a slap in the face. I do feel some kind of way about that, but it is what it is. But big leaguers taking steroids, should they be in the Hall of Fame? These UFC fights on Saturday, UFC 300, Dana White, he guaranteed, hey, this will be the best card we've ever put out there. And my God, Max Holloway, fight of the night, got an extra $300K for him and Justin Gaethje. But, even Pereira, right? Like, should he have even been at a title fight at this point in his career? Just, the whole situation with him and Adesanya, who knows? But they put on a show. They put on shows this week. Max Holloway. How many times are these other UFC fighters going to fall for this? Whenever you see this man do like this in the middle of the ring, run. Take off the other way. You don't lose those. And the thing about this one, he was winning the whole fight.
Right.
He was winning the whole fight. But Dana White, they boosted the fight of the night up from 50 G's to 300K.
Right.
So he was like, hey, I've been winning this whole fight for 4 rounds. I've been tagging you. But, hey, I want the BMF belt, and I want to see these last 10 seconds. I want to see you go down. Max Holloway, 5th round knockout with 1 second left. Absolutely electric.
Yep, no save by the bell. It was devastating. But the thing of it is, it could have gone the other way.
Yeah.
He was winning the whole fight. He was winning the whole thing. And so he had it won on points, if nothing else.
He's a warrior. Yeah. He doesn't care. Yeah. He's like, it's one of those things where I feel like for him, it ain't solidified unless you're sleeping on the canvas. Right? It's not, because, right, when you get knocked out, there's no questions about the fight. You lost. If you wake up and you're in an octagon, you've lost the fight. Sorry, buddy. You didn't win this one, right? It's definitive. There's a winner. There's a loser. And that's what you have to do if you want fight of the night. This might have been one of the best finishes I've seen in a very long time.
Absolutely.
Incredible.
But it was a good fight the whole time. Mm-hmm. So I think everybody got their money's worth between these two guys, and I think we'll see them again.
Mm-hmm. Max Holloway's coming back for sure.
But will the other guy want to come back? You think Justin might have had enough now, right?
He's had a tough go. But
got his nose broken, everything. And it's just, well,
But UFC fighters are insane. They don't think like a regular human thinks.
thus he can get him to meet him in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Just sucker punching him the whole time. Hey, come on.
No, that's a
So
real.
that's
Because it like, but I mean, I'm thinking about it more and more. I think about it. Hey, if I'm in that fight, I'm losing the fight. And he gives me the opportunity, hey, 10 seconds, I'm just going to stand here and throw punches. You can stand here and throw punches. One of us is going to sleep. Who's it going to be? I feel like I got to take that 10 out of 10 times.
sure.
I have to.
Sure.
Right?
If you're crazy enough to have your butt up in there in the first place,
That's
you
what
might
I'm
as well
saying.
get on in the middle.
That's what I'm saying.
Get out there and throw it down.
Because then you got to wake up. Your mom saw it. You know what I'm saying? Your girlfriend, she just saw that. She just saw you get put to sleep by another grown man in front of millions of people in Las Vegas, Nevada.
But if you don't do it, your girlfriend just left you a note.
Yeah, she's
So,
out. She's
yeah.
soft. Hey, I'm in Max Holloway's locker room if you need me. No, that is real. But man, what a warrior. That's just great to see. Great for the sport. He'll be back. He'll fight again. But we'll see. Pereira. Right?
Yeah.
Little Aztec warrior is what they call him.
Right.
He had the whole little, I said controversy because before he fought Adesanya for the championship, he only had like 4 or 5 fights.
Okay.
Right? 4 or 5 fights. Now, when he beat Adesanya, right, then he knocked off some more heads, some good, he did. All his wins are very good wins.
Okay.
But then he lost to Adesanya, right? He got knocked out by Adesanya.
Okay.
Instead of going a 3rd round, what did he do? He did what Adesanya tried to do. Boom. Let's move up to light heavyweight. Let's see if I can get that title. He started banging heads. He gets the title shot. And what does he do?
But isn't that what you do?
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of what you do.
So where's the controversy?
No, the controversy is just how he got to be a champion so fast.
Okay.
That's the only controversy. Because, I mean, he just knocks dudes out. They said Jamal Hill, they said that he's a kickboxer, blase. If you really want to knock him out, you're going to have to choke him out or kick him in the face. And so Pereira said, he's never been punched by me, right? Did you see it?
Yeah.
You saw it? Spinning kick right to the cup, bang.
Yeah.
Herb Dean, who we do like, sometimes he's late on pulling people off, but whatever. Herb Dean's like, whoa. Pereira said, you're good, bro. Stay in your lane. This is about to be over quick. Wham with a lefty. Straight to the chin. I mean, perfectly timed. Right to the off button.
Yeah.
And then he just got on top and went to work. Pause. That sounds crazy. But absolutely incredible. And then when he knocked him out, he looked at the stands. He said, you see? You see what I do? I mean, phenomenal. Great champion.
So who else should he move up?
Who?
Pereira.
He did. He already moved up to light heavyweight.
And so
And I think that's where he needs to be.
you think he's good there?
Because when he was fighting Adesanya, clearly he was fighting underweight. Because
Okay.
when he in these light heavyweights, he looks. That's like how he's supposed to look. He looks humongous.
Okay.
By the way, and so I think he'll stay there. I think the next big fight that really we need to be that we'll be interested in is Conor McGregor fighting Chandler. We'll see. We'll see about that. I mean, Chandler punches hard, and he swings for the fences. McGregor's been in movies, not training, doing steroids to get big for the movie. I don't know. Have you seen Roadhouse?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's okay if you don't.
Yeah.
It was.
I've heard that.
Yeah, but
Especially
so we'll
after
see.
seeing the original.
Yeah, and for UFC fighters, I feel like the dudes who win, those dudes are hungry. Max Holloway, very hungry. Conor McGregor's made $1 billion.
Right.
He don't need it. You talk about need the money. He don't need the UFC money. So it's like, what is he really fighting for? So
he's too busy making this little Irish whiskey commercial.
yeah. So we'll see. I don't know, but Max Holloway, wow, absolutely incredible.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
For a good fight. Loved
Great
it.
fight.
Good fight.
Great
Loved
fight.
the ending.
Fight of the night. Something else is going on tonight. The WNBA
How
Draft
about that?
on tonight, man. Caitlin Clark the solidified number one pick. After what
you
she
think
did.
she's the number one pick?
Yes, because I already saw it.
Okay.
Because we already saw. I mean, after she did what she did the past couple seasons,
Right.
40 balls, first triple-double, 40 ball in the NCAA tournament, taking her team all the way to the championship game. Even though the refs were definitely giving them some games, I don't want to bring that up, but that did happen. Solidified number one pick. I mean, how can she not be?
Well, when I saw that Indiana Fever had the first pick, I figured she was going to be the 1-1. So that's kind of keeping her in that Big Ten area, keeping her close to home. And so that for me, that was a given.
Okay. Something very interesting happened, though.
What you got?
Cardoso,
Yeah.
drafted 3rd overall.
Yeah.
Chicago Sky.
Yeah.
Angel Reese, drafted 7th overall. To where?
Chicago Sky. Ha! Now, I remember a few episodes back, you said Angel Reese needed to get after Cardoso.
In the tournament, you know what you have to do. You got to punch Cardoso in her mouth. She has to be beat on. I'm sorry. I did not say that. I said she needs to punch her in the mouth. So now they're teammates. But I think them two together on the same team is going to be a real problem. Yeah. I mean, nobody gets rebounds as relentlessly in college basketball as Angel Reese was doing this year. So Cardoso gets rebounds, but she also scores the basketball and facilitates a little bit more. So I think them together is going to be a real problem out there in Chicago.
They just need a ball handler.
They do, yeah. But I mean, I didn't. We'll see what happens the rest of the draft. I haven't seen anything else. The other one that I got a crush on her. Yeah, I said it. I got a crush on her after she was.
Not Cameron.
Huh?
Not Cam.
No. I don't like her, but she did go to L.A. second pick.
Okay.
Cameron Brink, is that what you're talking about?
Yep.
Second pick. Steph Curry's their god. She's their goddaughter.
Okay.
Whole thing, yeah. So we knew she was going to a big city out in L.A. She's a model and does all that. So I think going to L.A. is going to be huge for her career. Also, she's a phenomenal basketball player. So congrats to her going 2nd overall. But I don't know if you remember in the tournament that first time someone actually locked down.
Oh.
Caitlin Clark. Remember that?
I do. Mm-hmm.
Who was that?
Wow. So now you got a crush on her.
Nika Mule from UConn. I thought she was cute when I saw her playing in the games. Then they just posted their little NBA draft outfits. Whoa. Hey, I'll say it. I might go to a WNBA game. They might have got me. They might have gotten me this year. She went.
She might be one of the defensive players of the year.
Yeah.
And that statement was probably offensive.
Oh, which one?
The one that's going to send you to HR about going to a WNBA game.
I mean, whoa. Take me in, officer. Hey, did y'all see the pic? Okay, that's why.
Okay.
She looked phenomenal. She went 14th overall to Seattle Storm. So whenever she's in town playing the Atlanta Dream, you might see me courtside. I got to see what she's talking about. She looks incredible. But big congrats out to all the women who got drafted tonight. More than deserved. I can't wait to see how they translate to the professional game. Sure. And it's probably only going to be great. But we're going to take a break. We'll be right back to talk about the NBA.
All right. How do you feel about pulling up at 9:20 to a restaurant that closed at 9:30, and they tell you they close and don't have chicken?
If I pull up at 10 o'clock, you should still serve me. Stop making it so good in the first place, then we wouldn't be having this problem. But I'm rushing and I'm expecting that chicken. Then you're going to tell me at Popeyes, hey, let me get a 3-piece. Yeah, all we got is fries. Why? It's because you little thickums in the back be eating the chicken. That's what it is. Yo, I can see the chicken grease all up on the window. Put the chicken down, give it to the customers. Y'all greedy, y'all big back. Look, I'm about to cuss. And people wonder why people resort to violence. You've had a bad day all day long, and all you want is a 3-piece. Boss has been in my head all day. Kids at home pissing me off. My mom's about getting a new job. Give me my chicken, man, before things get very bad. Back into it, big time for the NBA playoffs to start this week. In the Western Division, number 1 seed, OKC, which I didn't have them up there at the beginning of the season, but watching them play, Shea Alexander, Chet Holmgren,
all year.
They have a real program over there. Denver's at number 2, Minnesota coming in. They just got Karl Anthony Towns back, so he's going to be a big boost. But Anthony Edwards playing out of this world. The Clippers, who people thought, how are you going to do that with Harden, Kawhi, and PG? They figured it out because they're professionals. The Cavs and the Suns. Now, in the play-in games.
Not the Cavs, the Mavs. Dallas, right?
The Mavs. The play-in games. Got number 7 New Orleans with Zion and Ingram. They're looking decent, but they're playing the Los Angeles Lakers. And if anybody knows anything about the GOAT, LeBron James, this is when he starts playing for real. He was the 4th player ever to have 25 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists, and 5 steals in a game. So, I mean, he's still just breaking records and doing things that he should do. But this is really where he turns it up. We saw him in the in-season tournament turn things up. So I'm super excited to see where they go from there. The other playing game, we got the Kings versus Golden State, where Steph Curry is Steph Curry. But the Kings with Sabonis and Fox and a few other guys, they know what they're doing too. So exciting times on the Western Division. It's close.
Are you through talking about the Lakers? I kind of dozed off a little bit.
I talked about everybody else that I just said what they did.
I just dozed off a little bit. I heard. So this is good. You know, I like the West, and I think they are going to be the winner out of the West is going to be very well seasoned and in tune to make a run at the ring. So because the West just looks tough from bottom to top. Now you mentioned the play-in games, and I think the Warriors and the Lakers will succeed in the play-in games. I don't really see them making it out of the first round.
If I'm the Warriors, if I'm either team, I don't want to play Denver, right?
Right.
I don't want to play Denver. So
do you want to play OKC for 7 games?
I'd rather play OKC than Denver. Denver, they have too much experience. The 2-man game is just unstoppable. Michael Porter Jr. still out there on the wing. So I just think they have it down to a T. They play great basketball. OKC's still young. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
And it's a 7-game series. But I
right.
think Denver, nobody's unbeatable in the playoffs, but I think
right.
Denver would be a harder road.
For either team, Lakers or Warriors.
Yeah.
So, and I agree with that. And I also think that Oklahoma City is going to be tough against either one of those two teams, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't really see the Warriors or the Lakers making it out of the first round. I know you got this guy sitting way up there, but
the Lakers have been playing good basketball as of recent, though.
They have been, and I felt like in the middle of the season, when everybody was starting to ask questions, that they had another run, that they were going to get into the playoffs. Mm-hmm. But I think between getting in and now having to get further in, I don't know that they're going to have enough juice left in order to survive the first round.
AD is still world class when he wants to play and doesn't get injured, and that's the way he's been playing. LeBron James is LeBron James. What does he do? Wins basketball games when they matter. I think anything is possible with him as long as Austin Reeves does anything to contribute. Why can't I think of his name? The lefty. Ice in my veins. Oh, my God. What is his name?
Wow.
You know what I'm talking about? On the Lakers, number 50. He does the ice in my veins. What is his? He was there before, left, came back. So I got with the research team, and they told me that it's D'Angelo Russell. That's what I'm thinking of. If he just, scores 15, maybe go off for 25, 30, a couple of games, I think they got a good chance to do something in the playoffs. At least, we'll see in the playoffs, but we'll see.
We'll see. That's the West.
Over on the eastern side of things, Boston's obviously coming at number one.
Right.
They've done this the past couple years. I don't believe in Jaylen Brown. I think Jason Tatum is world class. Porzingis has really changed things around there. I think him not having to be a superstar has rejuvenated his career a little bit, and so I like Boston. But I think it's the playoffs, and we know what happens with them. New York Knicks coming in the 2 seed. Probably surprised a ton of people. They surprised me.
They surprised me.
Yeah. Jalen Brunson's a 1A player. We really thought he was maybe a 2A, 1B kind of guy. But he's that dude out there in New York. Milwaukee, but no Giannis, who's out now. So that's going to be interesting. The Cavs, Orlando. I mean, I do like Orlando. And the Pacers.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like Orlando. They got Luka Doncic. They're trying to give him an MVP this year. I like the way he plays offense, because he really don't play no defense. But he's got Kyrie out there, and they look very good. They have a great team. And the Pacers are out there, and they're going to play Milwaukee. And I don't know if you know, earlier in the season, Malik Beasley, he was talking crazy. He said we can't wait to play the Pacers. He said that before the season started, and now they got him. So that's going to be a great matchup. But in the playing games, the Sixers are playing the Heat, and the Bulls are playing the Hawks.
Well, so sometimes I guess it's just an attitude. Let's just get in, and then anything can happen.
Mm-hmm. Nothing's going to happen for the Hawks. They just got Trae Young back, and he's bearded Trae now. If anyone's ever watched anything in the NBA, when players come back with the beards, the little scruff, and the bad hair, it's like they don't care about anything but balling. Usually good things happen, but I think the Hawks just don't have it in them.
Yeah.
And then Sixers versus Heat, I like that. The Heat have been playing very well down the stretch here, playing very well. And Jimmy Buckets, he likes the postseason, but also Joel Embiid's a bad dude.
So I got to go with the Sixers.
Me too. Maxey looks good too.
But then I think the Miami is going to beat the winner of the Bulls-Hawks, which I think is the Bulls. So I think both the Sixers and the Heat get in, right? Now, it doesn't get easy because then they'll have to face the C's and the Knicks. So, at the Garden and at the Garden. So that's going to be a tough road for both of those teams. As talented as they may be, good luck with that.
Okay. Hey, they're in right here. We got to get out of here real fast. Who's coming out of the West? Who's coming out of the East?
Out of the East, I still like Boston. I was surprised about the Knicks. I still like Boston. In the West, I still got to stay with Denver.
Who wins?
Denver.
Okay. You heard it here first. Hey, we'll be right back for One in the Chamber. Kirk Cousins. You like that? You like that? 180 mils, fresh off an Achilles. Kirk Cousins. 1-12 in the playoff. Kirk Cousins. Kirko bangs. He's garbage. They do this. He does just enough.
Just
so you
enough.
think he's good.
Just enough.
And then he shows his true colors. He does it every year. And I can't think of a more fitting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons.
They are notorious for backing up the truck for these guys. Can they really perform at this level?
Barring coming back from an injury, right? Because you never know. And an Achilles and your plant foot, I don't know. I'm not a quarterback. I'm also not a doctor. So it'll be interesting to see how he does. I think it's the Atlanta Falcons, though.
What's the time frame for him coming back?
Dude, I have no idea. I thought an Achilles was a year.
Right.
Then I heard 9 months, and then Aaron Rodgers said, hey, give me 2 weeks and an aspirin. Zach Wilson threw how many picks? Give me a week and a half. We're going to have the research team. We're going to get on that. Okay. They're going to get on that.
Hey. Welcome back. So I thought we'd go ahead and start this one because I got one in the chamber.
Let's get it.
Nice one to have.
Let's get it.
So you mentioned the NBA MVP a few minutes ago and who you thought might get it. Mm-hmm. Are there no Americans?
Oh, my gosh. So this is, see, look, this is what they do, man. This is what they do. They take one thing you said out of all day. They take one thing, and then they try to turn it, right? I just said people said that Luka Doncic could be the MVP this season, right? And then, of course, there's a little voters fatigue on Nikola Jokic, the Joker. I mean, he's had a good season, too. Honestly, you want to know my MVP? Never mind. He's Canadian. He is a Canada. My boy Shea out there in OKC. I mean, he's doing it and he's making it look easy. Every night he's going out there. He's getting about 30 every night. I really like his fadeaway. His post game is something that I didn't really think I was going to see out of him. I thought he was more of like a drive, get to the basket, or shoot the three ball. But his handles are incredible. I think whoever he got with his offseason really just pushed him even farther. He was already a good player, but his shot looked kind of weird. But my God, the dude's been putting up numbers all season and doesn't look like he's slowing down. Him and Chet out there in OKC are doing real things, and I think Shea Alexander is my MVP this year. Not Luka Doncic, not Nikola Jokic. But hey, if you want to say it, I'll say I had Tatum up there, number 3 in my MVP votes.
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay.
He's from America. You want to go to America? He's from America. Yeah, I had him in my 3, even though for some reason I don't like Boston. But yeah.
Okay. You got 2 more international guys that you can think of real quick that could be in the MVP talk?
Giannis maybe, but that's it.
That it? Okay. Because, the NBA was talking about having an all-star game, the players Americas, the non-MVPers against the internationals, right?
Right. Yeah. No, I know. When I think international, though, I don't think Canada. I think that's right up there. They're our neighbors, so I don't consider them international.
I actually had 2 in the chamber. Since you were talking about Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje, does Dustin Poirier fit in here? Since he beat up on Justin before?
So my thing is, yes, I mean, Dustin Poirier is a great fighter. He's the kind of guy who, hey, anybody wants to fight me, let's get it popping. He'll take it. He's a little Louisiana boy. So he gets in there and he just fights. He's got great technique and blase, but he just bangs. He's had his title fights before. He's been champion. But I think, yeah, he's right there. If he keeps winning fights, he just won another one. But he was on the downslope like maybe 3 fights ago. He's getting beat. Now he's starting to pick it back up. And I think that, yeah, if he keeps doing what he's doing, we'll see him in a championship fight. But he's one of those guys, longtime UFC guy, fan favorite. You either love him or hate him. I hated him at first. Now I love him. I like the way he talks. I like the way he handles his business. And he's a true fighter. He just likes to fight people. So, yes, I like Dustin Poirier. I think that he'll get another title shot.
You think it'll be against Max Holloway? Ooh. Next time.
Okay.
Next time. We'll get to that.
Oh, man.
What else you got?
That's it, baby. That's it for our 10th episode.
Number 10. Something special.
Something special. We're so happy that y'all stayed and watched.
Yeah, appreciate it. All right, I'm going to scribble this episode done. I am Big Daddy. He's son of a gun. Now, if you don't like being in the corner, you can always meet me in the middle of the room. You can throw the first punch, but believe, I'm bringing the boom!
Let the band play.
Rest in peace to my grandma, yeah, she raised the dawn. Yeah, and shout out to my mom, I'm a son of a gun.